So, on the topic of having tough conversations, whether it's with someone on your team, peers, your boss, if you think that this is something worth developing, if it's a skill that you'd like to be better at, here's some good reflection points for you in assessing where you are now and what difference could it make if you could strengthen that muscle a little bit. And then you can decide what you want to do with it. So here's some points to reflect on. Which type of tough conversations do you handle most effectively today? It may be that having tough conversations with someone on your team is easier than with your boss because of a power dynamic, for example. So think about which types of conversations you handle most effectively. Another great point to think about is which situations do you tend to avoid or delay and why? This one's really important because if there's a tough conversation to be had, not having it doesn't help. So taking it on as soon as you are ready to do it actually really helps because then you get it out of the way. If you're feeling any kind of anxiety about it, you can let go of that and move on. So it's good to think about where you might be dragging your feet, and then you can think about what you might want to do about that. Another great thing to think about is when you're having difficult discussions, how do your emotions typically show up? There are some people that feel anxious. There are other people that get frustrated if you're dealing with something that sometimes situations are frustrating or someone else's reaction is frustrating. So you don't have to do anything about it, but think about what often comes up for you when you're having these tough conversations. And then you can prepare for it. Another great point to think about regarding tough conversations is what impact do they have on your relationships and the results? Because these tough conversations handled well can actually build relationships. People know you're invested in them. They know that you will go to the time and care to help them develop and help them be better. So, done well, the outcomes are great. It's worth thinking about. And finally, what would it look like if you mastered these moments consistently? So, if you got really good at handling tough conversations, what could be different in terms of your leadership effectiveness? Once you've thought about those things, if you want to talk it out, I'd be happy to. Feel free to be in touch. But you likely have a trusted partner in your life. It might be a spouse or a partner. It might be a colleague or someone that you've worked with in the past. It's a great idea to talk through these things. You can process it verbally and you will think about it in a different way saying it and you'll hear their perspective. So you might want to pair up with somebody, give them the questions as well. Each of you prepare the answers on your own and get together over coffee and have the conversation. Let me know if it's helpful.